Hello. So today's video, I'm gonna be showing you, going through some of my drawings over the years, because I forget now which video, but one of the videos recently I mentioned the evolution of my notebook, and so a couple people were asking for me to maybe go through it. So I will say I'm definitely no professional artist at all. I have some artist friends who are phenomenal at art and really good with realism and all that. My drawings are more so usually cutesy, cartoony, or sometimes just me expressing emotions, but not in any way do I think it's professional artistry. So I'm aware it is what it is. But yeah, I'll start. This is my newest journal that actually sparked getting me back into art recently, that I have a few drawings in that I can show, but this is the oldest one that I have, that I got when I was in I don't remember, I want to say 8th or 9th grade, but anyways, the first picture is literally just a bowl of grapes, because I think I saw a picture of a bowl of grapes and I got inspired. But it always bothered me, I had to duct tape that, it always bothered me that I didn't, after I drew it, I realized that the grape should have been over the bowl, because that just doesn't, that corner doesn't look quite right. But yeah, anyways, some grapes. I love grapes. I love me some grape juice. Yeah, so a lot of these are very cartoony. But I made some mushrooms because I thought they were super cute, whimsical looking. There was a sketchbook I used to have that would show you different drawings to sketch, and one of them was mushrooms. So, and I added the fun bright colors. I feel okay, does anybody know in Bridge to Terabithia, I don't remember the actors or the name of the boy, but the boy that Josh Hutcherson played. I feel he inspired me in the really cutesy, colorful, cartoony sketches, because there was a point, his character, he would sketch drawings, and that's the type of drawings he had, and I feel there might be some inspiration from that. So yeah, here's a random, I don't even know if it was supposed to be me. I think it was supposed to be me at the time, and a coat that I really thought was stylish, but I never had a trench coat, but I always loved trench coats and scarves, and that was one of my favorite colors. And I think I tried to draw blue eyes with green in them, because I always thought those types of eyes were pretty. I just have blue eyes, but yeah, just a classic cartoon character with a simple blonde bun. I thought there were more drawings in this before it got dramatic, but it very quickly got very dramatic. So it's not great, I know, but this was the first time I was experimenting with drawing a hand, and the hand is drawing a heart that is spewing blood everywhere. Trying to draw running blood is actually very difficult. I didn't quite execute it, but I was at least proud of the hand, because hands can be very hard. But yeah, that was alright. So I think years have passed of me draw. I drew 3 things literally, and then I put it away. And then I remember later in high school, I was smiling, but it was actually really sad. I got really depressed, and we're not gonna talk about that, but pretty much I felt there was this person that had a hold on my heart that I really didn't want to, so that's when I drew that. Girlies out there, if there's a guy that you feel you're never gonna get over, I promise you there's hope for a better day, and you'll get over him. And anyways, I'm just gonna move on. So it got a little, I don't know, I think I had planned to put a poem here or something, but I drew this I forgot where, but at some point I learned how to draw these like aged looking papers. And I thought it looked cool, so I was gonna draw, like, maybe write a special poem in it, but I never did. Okay, now we're back to cutesy cupcake and mug of coffee or hot cocoa or something. And then I was trying to attempt like a more realism again, like, well, this isn't dramatic, it's just I was trying to draw a face because I never actually was able to draw a human face. Okay, I'm gonna put my hair up really quick because it's bothering me. But yeah, drawing human features are really hard. That's why I stick to mainly cartoon stuff, because it's a lot less stressful for me. And yeah, so I tried to draw, ow, my foot is hurting. Okay, I tried to draw an eye. I looked up a tutorial online, I think. Tutorials work wonders, but I still, I don't know, the nose, I don't know, it's still, and the hair, I don't know how people do hair. Like, they say you do it like a strand at a time. I'm sure I could probably look up more tutorials. I think I looked up one and I was like, oh, I could do that, and then I was like, wait, this is actually way more to it. So anyways, that was my attempt. This was really, so I don't know how many of these I want to show. But yeah, this was, I don't know if anybody knows this song. I don't even remember the name of it at this point, but there was a is it Bastille? Hopefully I'm saying the name of that band correctly, but there was, I think the name of the song was called Weight of Living, or there were lyrics talking about the weight of living. And this is me being all dramatic. I shouldn't speak lightly of it though, because I really was like sad, and so I was like, might as well put it into a drawing. And so I drew this little cartoon girl with a weight, and she's holding a weight, and it said living, the weight of living. That was also in high school. This is just some like cutesy little tulips. I remember drawing this in the park. That was actually relaxing and nice to do that. This was me in the bathroom at school. Yeah, I feel like high school was when like depression first set in, so there's some of these that I'm gonna pass right on and not show y'all but this one's fine. I think I never quite finished this one. It's like I'm holding on to a rose and like bleeding hand, but I don't think I finished like the leaves and stuff. And then I think I got sick of drawing, and I think what it was, I was really inspired by 21 Pilots at the time, Tyler Joseph. I forget what exactly, like if it was an interview I saw or what. I don't remember the exact wording, but he said something along the lines of like, sometimes you just have to get from point A to point B, and sometimes just putting a pen to a paper and getting your thoughts out can help you just get to the next moment and not be, consumed by the dark thoughts. So that's when I started writing more, like just writing things out instead of drawing. And I was writing pretty dark poetry, but I'm probably not gonna yeah, I'll probably just, so I'm just gonna skip on by, but I will say that writing is very cathartic. Like, your rawest, deepest emotions, like, if you need to get them out on paper, that can sometimes, like, really be a relief. somehow. I don't know if there's something psychologically about that, but it really makes a difference. So yeah, we're gonna keep passing by. I didn't have as many drawings as I thought in here. I have some more drawings from like, it's been a minute that I've looked in here, but I think I have some like drawings from middle school, and I have this from school. So yeah, a lot of this is just writing. Sorry, yeah. It's been a minute since I've looked through all this, so I'm like just now looking through it because I want to get like my raw reactions, but, so, okay, there's actually a date. It would have been helpful if I dated all of these, but the date on this one, which seems to be like I'm doing a lot better, is in that was March of 2018. But I'm probably not gonna. Anyways, sorry, I'm just like skipping all the pages. I just want to encourage y'all that if you're facing any dark things, that like it will pass. And I mean, who actually got me through it was God, and so I don't have like any perfectly articulate way to like say, this message of hope other than like Jesus got me through it. And that actually was the last drawing I drew in here. It was related to that until I started drawing in here for now ASMR. But yeah, I had all these like dark and miserable poems, and just like different ways I was expressing myself. Like, I want to kind of show it, but also not really. But like this one, so this, and also another song quote. This was I think it's called Gun for Hands by 21 Pilots. And they're not, anyways, sorry, I'm like, my thoughts are going everywhere. Their songs really helped me because it like put into words how I was feeling and made me not feel so alone. And this was one of them. It's like all playful but very dark. But the lyrics in that song are, sometimes that seems better than the migraine in my head, which I guess is that struggle of like the migraine in the head, of like just whatever you're battling through in your head. Sometimes, the worst option seems better, but that's not true. So keep pushing on if you're struggling. I have been there and it gets better. But do what you gotta do to like just get to the next day. But yeah, this was the last drawing I drew, which I know I didn't do that very well. It's supposed to be like a hole in his hand because it's Jesus holding my hand, and it says one of my favorite Bible verses, "Let us hold unswervingly to the hope that we profess, for he who promised is faithful." That's from Hebrews 10:23, and that was in this 10/26, so October 2018. The hands are very light, but yeah, they're like that. So some time had passed from the last thing I wrote. The last thing I wrote down was me like struggling, and then months later I was like, finally at a place of peace. Thanks be to God for that, because there would have been no other way apart from Christ's help in my life. Sorry, this turned just from like, oh, let me show my drawings, to like deep life toils. But anyways, we can move on to, well, let me first, so this was a drawing that I think I drew it in 3D art in high school, I think, in 10th or 11th grade. We usually built things in that class, which I loved, but we, for whatever reason, we were drawing for this project, and the teacher was like, you should join us for our 2D, like drawing class. But I was like, ever since having art in middle school, I just was like, I don't ever want to have that be a thing again. Like, I want to enjoy drawing and it not be like this stressful, horrible thing that I dread, which is what it was turning into when I had it like in school as a class. But yeah, I always remember that my rough draft for this, I was like a lot more happy with than like the final product. I feel like that always happens, but it was like you had to, I forget exactly, but you had to have all sorts of different like patterns and like pictures within a picture type of thing. And so it's like this lady, I guess, with like all this voluptuous hair and all these like designs. She's got like a bow with all these, and yeah, I would love, like, imagine if you could actually dye your hair with designs like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, she's got a headband and all these designs, and then she's got, so her nose is like, I don't know, it's like soil, and then there's like leaves growing out, and then like a cloud like representing tears, but then like on this side it's the sun coming out, and like there's hope peering through, I guess. And then there's like a dark tree without any leaves over here, and then like ocean or like water and a star. I can't remember like all the maybe symbolism or whatever, but yeah, it's just a lot of, there's like flowers and just different patterns throughout her hair, like checkers and swirlies, another flower over here. I really liked the bow. And then yeah, fire looking head patterns. So I guess she's just a floating head because I don't think she has a neck. But yeah, that's that. And then let's see, I can't remember. We're just gonna find out if I had, oh yeah, I have some of my niece's drawings in here, but I would have to ask her before I show them. She's a phenomenal artist. Oh, this was a shoe that I drew in 5th grade. So we did a thing where we traced our shoe and then we drew it. And that was like the first time I experienced like that the teacher in 5th grade was teaching us how to shade, and that was super fun for the first time, like being able to make like shading and all that. Tulips. I remember having this on my old bedroom wall for a long time. I love tulips. Let's see, I have random old art projects that I just like to reminisce about, I guess. This was like an art thing in 6th grade of like, so 6th grade was, I think, and when I took art, and when I decided after that year I don't ever want to take drawing in school again. But it was like we had to just draw like still objects. So I think it's like pencil, sharpener, bottle cap, rubber band, buttons, and oh, that's like a yo-yo. It's like, is that Amber? This was like, we were supposed to draw our bedroom, but I didn't want to draw my room. Actually, I drew like what I like an imaginary room, what I wish I had, I guess, or something like that. There's like, I did have a moon chair and a lamp like that, so that's true, but I didn't have a flower rug. I did have a bookshelf, but probably not all those little things on there. Trash can, some socks. Oh yeah, so this was 5th grade. We read the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe book, and then at the end we drew the witch in the lion. Again, I remember distinctly being like, oh, I loved the rough draft way better, but I don't have a rough draft anymore. But I remember, for some reason I was like looking at my teacher, how she was drawing the lion, and I was like copying I was trying to draw how she was drawing it, and it's not as good though, but I remember her being like, oh, don't copy me. I'm like, I mean, isn't that what drawing is in general? But that witch, that I don't know what's going on with her face, but and Aslan is looking like he is so done with the witch or something. Those eyes are like, my leg is falling asleep. Does anybody else lose feeling in their leg, one leg, whenever they sit crisscross up? So they turn the other way and then lose feeling the other way. So I need to situate. I think this was a painting in 6th grade. It's not the best, like, perception of, like depth perception. Like, I guess it's like a road down, it's supposed to be like a pretty country road with a sunset and mountains and woods and just a random, like, it's called Grab and Go little shop on the side of the road. But yeah, it's like cracking in the middle, so I don't know how long she's gonna last, but I'm gonna put these back and then we can look. I feel like I have some just like momentums throughout school and stuff in here. You know what? Let me I do like, I don't try to like keep everything because that would be excessive and not functional, but there are a few things that I like to keep and reminisce about and just be like thankful for, like things over the years and or things I've gone through. So I have different, like, anyways, this, wait, what's it in, yeah. Other school stuff. But yeah, this was a painting I did with my friends. I say recently, but it was like a couple years ago now. But we did a painting together one time and it was super fun. Oh yeah, I was gonna grab. Okay, I just wanted to grab this real quick too because I had something else that I made just the other day with a couple friends. But yeah, my friend had us over and we painted and I did this like sunset. I mean the blending didn't work out quite well. It's just like straight yellow to pink in the back, but anyways, I put like my favorite at the time. My friend had this like passage that really like spoke exactly to her situation at the time and like gave her hope again, and that just like I got secondhand joy and hope from that, so it made me so happy. I wrote it down, and oh yeah, I have the names on the back, but anyways, so it's a passage from, I think I have a couple, but the main one was Isaiah 54. I guess this is verse 5. It says, indeed your husband is your maker. His name is the Lord of armies, and the Holy One of Israel is your Redeemer. He is called the God of the whole earth. And then a verse that I love, because I love like sunsets and like the beauty of the sky. Psalms 19:1. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Hence I tried to draw the sunset, but didn't. I mean, it's okay. And then I forget why I put arrows up, but I think I wrote something kind of out of order. But this is also one of my favorite lines. I love the whole chapter of Psalm 63. Maybe I'll read it one day. But this line from it, your faithful love is better than life, because that is true. Anyone that knows the Lord knows that's true. And then this is the Lord's declaration. I will have compassion on you with an everlasting love, says the Lord your Redeemer. I think that all is that, and that's from Isaiah 50. And that's in Psalms 19, and this is Psalm 16. It's all Psalms, so I highly recommend painting. Like, even if you're not great at it, it's just fun to like put a brush to a canvas and just have like fun colors. In fact, the other day we had a little mini painting time, and I really didn't even, so it was actually, my artist friend has these special watercolor pencils, and then like you color with the color pencil, and then you use a water like brush, and it like makes it like watercolor. I don't know how to describe it, but anyways, I just, for one of them, I did this like, she had these like really good quality cards that we did it on, but I chose my favorite colors, and I just kind of like blended the colors, and I put my channel name, Turtley Lofi ASMR. I was gonna draw a turtle, but then I decided not to. But then we also just I drew like an imaginary house in my mind of like what I feel like a cute house would be. And yes, I even put a house number, but that's not, I literally just put that as the aesthetic, because I love the houses that have like giant modern looking numbers on the house number, for the house number. I think that's like part of like really cute aesthetic, is having the giant numbers. So anyways, yeah, I love the houses that are like, they got like the wood paneling, the white brick, like black accents. So yeah, that's what I tried to achieve. And then I have like a porch swing and a little plant, and I love a pop of color for doors. Like yellow doors are so cute to me, and blue sky, and then green grass and bushes. So yeah, I thought those were fun. And there was that same artist friend that had us doing that. She hosted like a art picnic, and that's what she handed out these notebooks and gave us like stickers to pick from, and it was awesome. So we all sat and like, some people drew, some people painted, some people did oil pastel, some people just did like other things like stickers, or just other artsy whatever you felt like. So yeah, we got all these stickers. She's a huge fan of Iceland, so we had Iceland stickers, and then also some like scripture stickers. This one on the back I love, nothing but the blood of Jesus. So yeah, the first one, so I think these were all on the same day, like at the picnic, or there might be a few that were a different day, but this is Gudetama that I drew with y'all a couple weeks ago, the bowl, but this was just him on a piece of toast saying, vanity, vanity, all is vanity, because I felt like that was such a mood for him. And then I think I skipped a couple pages because like the lines bothered me. And I did like some flowers, and then again, cartoony stuff is my favorite. It's like therapeutic for me and really stressful. But yeah, my friends can do like actual really good realism, and I'm like, excuse me, get out of here with that. No. But this is just fun cutie stuff. This was in honor of my husband who loves a Slurpee. So cute little sloth. I tried to draw a girl, but her hand looks way too tiny. But I tried to, but I like the little flower in her hand. I think it turned out fine. So yeah, these are just cutesy little. This was just a pen drawing on my, cause my artist friend gave me a micron pen. Well, I've already talked about this many times, but I have 2 micron pens, and they're like so fancy to me when I use them. So I drew like a little landscape view. I think I messed up here, but so I turned it into the sun. It's a dark sun. But yeah, I have a stream, fields, hills, trees. I haven't colored it yet, but I might. It's just a random cute bunny. Okay, this was supposed to be just a random picture of a person with like a girl, but I didn't like how like the neck, it felt like the face was like too far forward, so I scribbled. This was adorable drawing. I saw like inspo for this on somewhere online. I can't remember like the exact like reference for it, but this is not original inspo for myself. This was inspo I saw online. This is a cute little astronaut on the moon fishing for stars, like all colorful stars. So cute. This was in my video, my Thumbelina video, where I pretend like you're Thumbelina, and I'm drawing a flower for Thumbelina. So yeah, that was for that. So I feel like the picnic ended with, my last drawing at the picnic was the sloth. And then later that day I drew the girl, and then I just couldn't stop drawing. I drew this, and then I just kept drawing. And then I think like all that same night I kept drawing. I skipped a bunch of pages because this is out of order. The flower is from like the future, from like ahead of what I'm talking about. So like all the same night I just kept drawing and drawing, and then the last thing I drew was this little turtle. And it was like once I drew the turtle, I was like, okay, now I'm fine, I'm content. Like I just like couldn't stop drawing, and finally I was like, okay, I'll take a break. And then I think it was literally like the next day or two, for whatever reason, I just was like inspired to start an ASMR channel. And like my initial inspiration was just do like drawing ASMR, because I love just like hearing and watching people draw. And so I was like, I could just, I don't know why, but I was like, this little turtle's so cute, I could just take a picture of him, have that be like the profile icon, make a pun out of it, turtley lo-fi ASMR, because I love lo-fi is like my #1 favorite. So it's like totally lo-fi but turtle, play on words. And that brings us to our very first ASMR drawing. That was like my first ASMR video ever. I was drawing this gingerbread man, because yeah, it was like a little, I have a stuffed gingerbread man in my closet in my box of Christmas decorations. So that was like so random because it was December, so that makes sense. It's like on theme. And then the axolotl. And then, yeah, my sister gave me this pink, cute little axolotl baby blanket toy thing. Like low-key wanting me to have a baby. I'm like, not yet, girlfriend. We gotta wait. We gotta get our ducks in a row. But this I drew in another video. It was a candle warmer that my friend got me, my bestie, got me this nice, cute, old-time radio looking candle warmer that I drew. And then the Timothy bunny that I drew. Might chit chat and draw after like a failed interview. Thank goodness I actually didn't end up in that position, because I probably would have been miserable. But Sonic. So yeah, these are all the rest of these. Well, that's it in here. But yeah, the rest of the drawings lately have been like drawing for videos. Anyways, this has been probably a long video. Is there anything else? I don't think so. But yeah, hopefully this could be like some inspo, art and like drawing can be like a really good medium and like expressing yourself, or even just like therapeutic, just fun thing to do. It can be a fun, lighthearted thing to do, but it can also like help get out like emotions that are negative. It can like be a good outlet for that. So I suggest or highly recommend that if you are struggling in any way mentally, to know that you're not alone, and that yeah, sometimes getting it out on paper, in a drawing, in symbols or words or whatever, just to get it out. Yeah. And I know not everybody believes in God, but that ultimately he got me through the dark times, and like knowing that the words that I was writing wasn't just going to like an empty void, but it was like being heard and seen. And he made that known from the bottom of my heart. Like, I feel your pain if you are struggling, and I just want to encourage you that like you are loved and you are seen and heard. Just keep pressing forward. Yeah, not to get all like sappy and emotional. This was just supposed to be a showing of my drawings, but anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and yeah, I guess I didn't show, for those who haven't seen like all my drawing ASMR videos, I guess I can show those real quick. This was one of my first ASMR drawings in this book. Flowers. And then this was like a scrapbook thing that I had done, put together with these two characters that I drew. Like some flowers that I have, which sadly I had this, the flowers in the ceramic vase, which was one of the decorations we had on each of the tables at my wedding, and I had just as like a memorabilia, I had this on the back of our toilet as like a cute decoration. And the video where I'm reading children's books, I shattered it because I like was being too clumsy. And so anyways, this is now my memory of that drawing. You will never be forgotten. Peter Rabbit eating some carrots, like really into those carrots. These are the bows that I painted. I love the colors, so. And then good old Arthur. And Gudetama. And we'll see what else we conjure up. Oh yeah. My drawings of eyebrows from that one role play. And then the orange portrait of you, which somebody in the comments said looked like now I can't remember, but a certain celebrity. And when I looked them up, I was like, wait, that's actually kind of funny. It did kind of look like that. What was this? Oh, another drawing. Oh, I'll probably do a red drawing you next, so stay tuned to that. But we are probably gonna do, because I'm gonna be like traveling soon, so I'll probably might do like another nature ASMR. I don't know if that'd be something I would care about or not, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just rambling. I hope this wasn't too like dark or sappy for anybody. Yeah, just sharing my thoughts and my raw things regarding the drawings over the years. And I do plan, because faith is such a big part of my life, it just ends up being like in the art and everything. And I know that might bother some people, so I'm sorry, that's not my intention. But I know somebody did ask for like I guess a more in-depth like testimony type video, or like story of like my faith journey, so I could definitely do like a video dedicated to that. And I could share some like maybe like notes and things that I have over the years from like my faith journey, maybe. But I do plan to get to that, I just haven't, and I just want to be like articulate and careful about that, because I know it can be a sensitive topic. But yeah, and it's also just sometimes hard to like articulate something that's been like such a complex like interwoven journey throughout my whole life. It was not just like one moment my life changed, but like conglomeration of different events and things, and sometimes I forget, oh yeah, this happened and that happened, and like all these things really like shaped and like drew me towards Jesus and knowing him, and really growing close to him. So yeah, where am I even going at this point? Okay. Drawing video is now concluded, so yeah, I'll keep y'all hopefully in the loop, be able to keep making videos as I'm traveling, and let me know whatever other video requests y'all have. Okay, if you can probably just like end the video now if you're sick of me talking. But another side note is I was thinking about potentially doing like, what do you call it, like actual custom videos that you can like pay for. I'd have to figure that out, because I don't want to like charge a lot, but I don't know how all the ins and outs of that would go, or like if enough people would even care for that. But I know some have requested that to be a thing. But anyways, I just want to let y'all know that I do like read y'all's comments even if I don't get to all of them, and I'll try to keep y'all like updated and you know, providing the content that y'all are interested in. Okay, all that to say, I can probably shut up now and go, but thank y'all so much for watching and for like being kind and considerate in the comments. That's actually something I'm really grateful for, and I really appreciate y'all, and hope y'all know that you are loved. And if you're in a dark season, please hang in there and know like you matter, you're so valuable, and it will get better. So yeah, try to hold on. I will catch y'all in the next video.